Hey, and welcome into another episode of Faithful Leaders. I'm your host, Jake, and I'm here again with Thomas. Thomas, how you doing today?
Again, it's a beautiful day. I was talking with a leader, Ron, though, who is looking at his quarter, and it was really bad, really bad. And they just lost a key leader as well. So he's got two bouts of bad news, plus what's going on everywhere else. I mean, we're all suffering from this right now, right? There's a lot of uncertainty. There's inflation that we know is there. There's the looming threat of recession, and we've got these after effects from COVID that are reverberating throughout our economy. And it's got many asking today, how will we survive? Can we even survive? And so Ron was asking that, can we survive? How do I do this? And how do I lead in these times? So I want to look at the question of how we can be stable, confident leaders day in, day out that our teams need us for.
Yeah, it's tough out there, Thomas, and anxiety gets the best of us, especially when there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. So, what does the Bible have to say about this?
Well, let's turn to our principles. I want to turn to 1 Timothy 6:17. And there's three instructions from God that can help us here really practically into how to lead in a stable way. First of all, Timothy in here is receiving instruction from Paul to charge the rich in this present age. I know a lot of us will gloss over that, but we are the ones he's talking about. He talks further in 1 Timothy 6:8 that with food and clothing, if we have these, we will be content. So I could argue that anything beyond that are riches. And we have in America today, we have 99% of us are richer than anyone in history. And so let's take a look at that and take these things to heart, that we are the rich and we have many things that prior generations didn't have. And even today, leaders amass so many resources that we can direct the time and talents of others. And we've got lots of money flowing through the organizations that we lead. It may not feel like it at this time, but let's use that as a backdrop. So what does Paul say to Timothy? Number one, he says, as for the rich in this present age, charge them not to be haughty. So that's number one. Do not be haughty. So getting rid of this arrogance, getting rid of the pride that we have in the work that we do, thinking that we know how to solve every problem because we were good at that. We're good at solving problems and motivating others. And that's why we're leaders. But do not be haughty. Second, nor to set their hopes on the uncertainty of riches. So do not set our hope on uncertainty of riches. It's just baked in. Riches are uncertain. They come and they go. It ebbs and flows. There's cycles to life. We know that, having been in business for a time, that there's always these cycles that come. And so Paul elsewhere says he's learned the secret of being content. And so we ought to take a key from him. So do not set our hope on the uncertainty of riches. Well, then what do we do? He says, but on God. Set your hope on God. And why can we do this? It's because God is the one who richly provides us with everything to enjoy. Everything to enjoy. It's God who provides it. And so that's the basis upon which we can have our hope. If his promises are not true, we have no hope, but his promises are true. And therefore we have hope because he provides us richly with everything to enjoy. He's provided Jesus Christ while we were enemies, who died on the cross that we might have life in him. He's provided us life eternally. Can he not also do what is less hard, and that is provide us with provision in our life? There's so many verses about this that can help us. So setting our hope on God is really key.
Great. For those of us that have that hope in God, we have seen it in our lives and we see it in the Bible. So, what did Ron do? What transformation happened here?
Well, Ron, like each of us, can pick up every day and we can set our hope. And that will, by when we set our hope on God, we have a humility before his purposes and we are not haughty. So, secondly, we can set our hope on God, and that helps us to look to the good work that he has for us to do, even as he provides the profit that we need for the good work. It may be less provision than we've had in the past, but let's look to where he's providing for us so that we can see what good work he has for us. We may need to do some real trimming in our businesses in the future, and let's be wise about that. And then third, setting our hope on God so that you can enjoy everything that he has and the good work, even in the hard leader work. And so Ron did these things, and just setting that hope in the moment, setting it in the morning, setting it before you go into meetings really helps to dispel the haughtiness. It takes away the hope and the riches and the worry about the profit, and sets hope on God, looking to the good work that he has for us. And so in that way, providing stable, confident leadership, even through uncertain times. And each of us can do that too.
That's great. That's great. And so thankful that that is something that we can rely on. So let's definitely put our hope in God moving forward. And if you like hearing content like this, that's Bible based to help you set your mind right for your business and everyone in it, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Or if you're on the email list, tell somebody about it, because we'd love to have more people in here hearing God's word around business. So, Thomas, thanks again for telling us about Ron and talking about uncertainty today.
Let's set our hope on God, who richly provides us with everything to enjoy, especially himself. Be faithful.